right, John says hi. Carmen says hello, Carmen. Nicholas says hello. Joe Bird said hey, Pops. Joe Bird said hey, hello, everyone. Sorry, I'm trying to get this figured out. I don't quite have this thing figured out the way Randy had it. Trying to get it. John says, I love this planet. Yeah, it's a nice planet. I like it too. Richard B says hi, hello. I want y'all to know, if y'all don't, it is cold, and I mean it's cold. It just looks like it's off. It is crooked. It is not right for some reason. It looks a little better. Say Joe Bird said, where's Randy? Randy and Justin's going to get a bite to eat. I asked them if they were hungry, if they'd go get something. I'd pay for it, so they're going to get it. Carlo said, what's up, y'all? Pops, hello, Carlo. Hope everybody's doing well. Like I said, if you don't know, it's cold. And Joe Bird said, hey, Carlo. See, I got to remember how to say it now. Flowies, I believe it is. Where's my paper? Well, say hello, sir. Love your show. Thank you for your advice on my channel. We have some videos up now too. Yes, I did watch the video. I saw the video of showing your cat on your shoulder, and I think it was your wife holding your cat, her cat. I did watch it. Carlos said, "What's up, Joe?" Woo. Flo Keys, I believe it is. Like I said, we try to help everybody. Put the videos out there. Somebody will watch them. It may take a while, but you're not the only one in this world that likes what you like. I can promise you that. Carlos said, what's up, Richard B? Nicholas says, maybe bored. Oh man, don't be bored. If it's bored because it's because you're not texting enough. Flo Keys says, thank you very much. Smile with a heart. Like I said, if you want to see something funny, go back to at the beginning of ours where we started doing our videos. Randy and I, neither one wanted to talk. It was a lot of quiet. It was real funny. We come a long way. Now you can't shut us up. Richard B said, big boys. Nicholas says, far out of trouble. Well, yeah, let's stay out of trouble. Don't like to be in trouble. At least for now. Yeah, for now. Hang with us. We'll run good times. We won't get you in trouble. Joe Bird said, hey, Richard. Mingo said, what's up, buddy? Hello. How you doing? Is it Migo? Migo? See, Nicholas says, I understand. Go, go. Nicholas says, we are AI, or all hope. Richard B said, Joe Bird. Well, it don't take that charger long to charge the battery on the phone. Get my phone going so I get an extra thumbs up there. Y'all know how I like my thumbs up. All right, now what we got here? We got 10 people, 7 thumbs up. Let's see what we got. Richard B said, hit the like button. Yee wee said, bald is beautiful. I think so. Roscoe said, what's up, guys? God bless. God bless you too, Roscoe. Roscoe said, watch out for fools. They everywhere. They're everywhere. I really think we ought to take the warning labels off of everything and let it sort itself out. Buggy said, I see an old handsome guy. Oh, are you Pops? Yeah, you know. Roscoe's laughing, and sure are, said Roscoe. Ye Weather says, CSX moving tomorrow. That's right. They're doing it without me because I'm off tomorrow. Floki says, I hit the like before I said hi. There you go. Thank you. Get it on out of the way so you don't forget it. Joe Bird said, hey, Buggy. Buggy says, how are you, Pops? I'm doing good, but I'm very cold. And if y'all know me, I absolutely hate being cold. I hate it. Buggy said, yo, Joe. Carlos said, Pops is a sexy man. That's right. I'm sexy and I know it. Woo! Buggy said, same man. Let's see. Buggy said, how's my troublemaker last night? I thought it done pretty good. I think you should get them all phones. Everybody should have them. Everybody will be able to come in there at one time. 17 people, 12 thumbs up. Thank y'all. I know one thing. In the morning when I get up, I'm going to have to get the fire going early tomorrow. It's supposed to be 16 degrees in the morning. Nicholas says, hello, Lucy, and for you. Not Roscoe, Rusty. What did I say Roscoe for? Rusty said, hi, Randy, hello. And I can't even get my names right. Rusty said, wow, that's cold for you guys. Yes, it is. Way too cold. Flo Keys says, cold is definitely not my friend either. I wear hoodies in the summer times, even for real. I don't wear a hoodie, but I'm going to tell you something. I'm about ready to put my coat back on. I got it hanging on the back of the chair here. I'm about ready to put it back on. My feet won't get warm. Rusty said, hey, Buggy. Joe Bird said, hey, Rusty. Jane said, hey, kids. Hello, Jane. Carlos said, what's up, Rusty? Rusty said, hi, Gabe and Jane. Epic Boogie says, hi, people. Hello, Epic. Rusty said, hi, Carlos. Buggy said, well, she is supposed to be in trouble. I'm totally proud of her. That's right. Let's see. Jane said, hey, Rusty. Buggy says, yo, Rusty. Jane said, hi, Carlo. Hey, Carlo. Lotus said, never fear, I am here. That's right. Lotus is in the house. Jane said, hi, Joe. Kevin said, you are a good man, brother. That's right. So are you. Carlos said, hello, Jane. Don't tell anyone about our secret rendezvous. Marlon says, is it true that guys that work on the railroad, especially for CSX, kids each other? I don't know what you mean by that. Daniel says, happy Thursday. Hello, everyone. Hello, Daniel. Lotus says, what's up, Buggy? Jane said, hi, Buggy. OG says, boy, you got a lot of stuff in there. Nicholas says, and for you. Lotus said, what's up, Jane, Carlo? I don't know why the alarm went off, but it did. Let's see. Buggy said, hey, Jane and Lotus. Nicholas says, hi, Buggy. Jane said, why is Laura in trouble? Epic says, you drive trains? I don't. My son does. I work as a track inspector. Jane said, hey, Lotus. Epic's question mark. Carlos says, what's up, Lotus? Lotus says, Lol. He said, Buggy. Nicholas said, hey. Jane says, hi, Daniel. Nicholas said, Lotus. Marlon said, kiss each other. Lord have mercy. Come on, Marlon. This is a different channel than what you're wanting to get into, I believe. So if that's the kind of stuff you want to talk about, find another channel, please. Jane says, hi, Nico. Lotus says, how are you fellas over there? Buggy. Rusty said, hi, Lotus. Richard B. said, what's the temperature over there in the United States? I think it's like 34, 35 here right now with a wind chill of about 0. Let's see. Buggy says, I had to spend my lunch in the principal's office today, but I see nothing wrong. All she did was point out a fact. Epic said, what is it like at CSX? About like everywhere else, you deal with a bunch of crazy people. Lotus said, well, not crazy, just arrogant. Lotus said, hello, Nicole. Kevin said, what is your opinion on this emoji? Goggles? I like them. Rusty said, Randy Sr. has a good job on the railroad. I kind of like what Randy does better than what I do, but I do have a good job. Boggy said, Jane, Laura is supposed to be in trouble. Lotus says, did Annie yell at you? Oh, you were at an actual principal's office. Buggy says, I'm doing good. Lotus said, what'd Laura do? Buggy said, yeah. Lotus said, what's up, Rusty? I was been calling that Nicholas, but it's not. It's Nico. Sorry. We will see. Lucy said, hey, SpongeBob. Hello, Lucy. Nico said, okay, no problem. Kevin said, can you do anything, brother? I can do anything. Lucy said, I didn't go to school today because I'm sick. Carlos said, hey, Lucy. 20 people, 14 thumbs up. Hit that like button, please. Lotus says, Nicolay, like Nikolai Tesla. Nicolay. Is that right? Nicolay says, ha ha. Daly says, what is that? Statue or something? Epic said, how much kids are in the chats? Say here if you're a kid or teen. Daly's got some more. Looks like they're statues. Rusty's, I started. Daly, let's don't do that. Let's don't spam, please. Rusty said, I started tearing my front suspension apart on my 2013 Dodge Ram 1500. Never done this before. I might have to call someone for a lifeline. Hey, that's what we do. If you've never done it, I look it up on YouTube and jump in it. That's the only way you're going to learn. That's how you learn. Get so far into something, you got to fix it. Nicolay, how did I say it? Make sure I said it right. Nicolay says, Nicolay Christopher is my old name. Lucy says, I'm a teen. Lotus said, Boggy says, from what I understand, some kid was being a bully over other kids, and my kid stood up for them, and the bully called my kid fat, and my kid replied with lifting her shirt and said, have you looked in? Boggy said, mirror, look in the mirror. Epic said, what's up, Lucy? Lotus says, Nico la. Rusty said, YouTube University for sure. Lucy said, hi, Epic. Fudd said, how old were you when you started losing your hair? I didn't lose my hair. I did have a receding hairline, but I didn't lose my hair. I shave it. I've been shaving it since 2005, sorry. Lotus said, I mean, she didn't punch him. Phil Post said, check out Phil Post. I edit that shit, all right? Kevin says, he's a young man. Nico says, maybe I change that on day. Boggy says, may I mind you, Laura is a cross-country kid. So fat's probably not in her vocabulary. John Deere said, what's up, everybody? Hope you're having a good day. I am, hope you are. Boggy says, no, physical fighting. Lotus said, I still would have rewarded her if she never did take Bully's crap. Rumple said, hello, Pops, you cold today? Yes, I absolutely hate this stuff. My end of my toes feel like they're froze. Boggy said, she mad. She made the kid cry. Lucy said, Epic, why did you want to know who the kids or teens were? Nico says, yep, he is young man. Nico said, blast. Lotus said, sweet, take her to ice cream. Tell her she's wonderful. Rusty said, I've been shaving my head since 1999 also, Randy. I think it's great. You ain't got to worry about a bad hair day. Now, it does get cold on the days like today, so I always keep a boggin in the pocket. Rumble said, did you see the latest Marina post about you? No, I have not. I'll have to get Randy to look it up. Carlos said, you're a bully sometimes, Lotus, the way you bully my Olivia. Epic said, because people are talking about Beijing in the principles. Lucy said, I'm super hot right now. I wish I was cold. Where I live, it's so hot. I'll take it. I will take it before this stupid cold man. I can't stand this cold. Foggy said, I would totally reward her. She's is trouble at the shop, not really as a movie plan. She is doing whatever she wants. Lucy said, oh, okay, Epic. Nico says, we are not sure in which way. Foggy said, Lotus, ice cream isn't in her vocabulary often. Lotus said, that's different. Rumble said, big boys, hello. Lotus, hello. Lotus says, whatever makes her happy, Boggy. That's right. Carlos said, what's up, Rumple? Mike said, Trump's a bitch. Opinions are assholes. Or like them. Lotus said, sup, Rump? Kevin said, you are a good father, brother. Lucy said, be right back. James said, hey, Rumple. Nico said, still? Lotus said, you're brainwashed, idiot Mike. And I think he's talking about Mike McGee, FT5TS. Not for sure, but I'm about sure that's what he's talking about. Let's see. Rumble said, the names boards needs to be even out, Pops. Yes, it does. We do have, I think, 3 more names going up. They texted us today and said that they were done. So hopefully I can go get them tomorrow, and it will look different. It will look different tomorrow afternoon on tomorrow's 6 p.m. live. I hope. Let's see. Alyssa says, hey, can you please give a shout out to my friend's birthday? His name is Heat. Okay. Heat, hello. Carson didn't say anything. And Rusty said, is that the board of shame, Rumple? No, that's the board of members wall right there. Lotus said, I still see Rusty's question mark. Boggy says she keeps herself away from junk food. In fact, she has some special kind of diet that she's kind of focused on and kind of not. Bark says, have you ever been to a Morning Barbecue, brother? I've never sprayed it's hot brown. No, I haven't. Rumble said, awesome. Thumbs up with a smiley. He also said, Rusty, I think that the members board, the rich people, no, it ain't before 99. People might not have the money, but it ain't rich people. It is our real close friends that want to help and support. They want to see this thing grow. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys. Well, we got 24 people and 21 thumbs up, so that's a real good thing. It's only 6:19, so that's real good. Thank y'all. Bark says, no read mine. Well, don't really understand what you were saying. Have you ever been to a Mormon barbecue, brother? I did read that. I have never sprayed such hot brown rabid dog freaky style level shit in my life. Brother, see, that don't really make sense, so that's why I kind of skipped over it. Rusty said, Lowell Ruppel. Carlos said, well, I hope you do. Lotus wouldn't want you to be blind. Lotus said, you would be wrong, Rupp. Lotus said, fake it till you make it. Ruppel said, $4.99. That's rich by my standards. I do understand. Gamer guy says, Donald Trump and Olivia Trump attended a party aboard a 280-foot yacht, Trump's Princess, formerly known as, in New York City on June 15th, 1989. Okay, I'm just curious about something. 1989, we don't talk politics, but you do realize this is 2026, right? I mean, good Lord. Nico said, hi, Lotus, how are you? Rumble said, just kidding, Pops. Oh, I know. Epic says, Lucy, you got no vids. How will you grow your channel? Gamer says, Trump Princess Yacht. Okay. Inhumane Society says, I'm embarrassed to be Jewish. No, I imagine you're lying, but there's no sense of being embarrassed about anything. Gamer guy said, he's a pedo. Or gamer guy, the first thing a sign of getting help is admitting you got a problem. Everybody, gamer guy here is a pedo. We need to open up a support group for him. Y'all support him if he needs some help. Keep your kids away from him, but support him. Maria said, good evening. Hello, Maria. Jane said, hi, Maria. Rumpel said, here comes Maria. Hello. Maria said, hello, Jane. Lotus said, lots of brainwashed libtards tonight. It's just people trying to get under your skin. I mean, all you got is gamer guy here letting you know that he's a pedo, and he's just needing support. He just hasn't seen the right way. Let's see. Gamer guy said, you know a lot about kids. Heck, I got 3 of them. I ought to know a lot about them. There he is again. Gamer guy's saying he's a pedo. You've said it once. We understand what you are, so let's get on with it. Like I said, if you need help, call somebody that gives a damn, because I don't. Rusty said, for sure, Kevin. John Deere said, hi, Maria. Rusty said, hi, John Deere. Maria said, hi. Rusty said, hi, Maria. 95. Carlos said, the only pedo is the Farrell brothers. Lotus said, typically libtards respond, can't win an argument, call them something terrible. John Deere said, Rusty. Maria said, I posted a new video, by the way. Somebody told me tonight, asked me if I've seen it. I have not, so I will have to check it out after the live. Rusty said, hey, Maria, how's the weather on your side of the world? John Deere said, cool. Richard B said, hit the like button. Maria said, it's cold. Carlos said, what's up, Jacob?
Howdy, Beach.
Hello. The Peanut Gallery's here, everyone. Here, y'all. I really don't have
You
room
realize
up
we
here.
went to Elizabeth's. not Subway, right? They don't have an Italian BMT.
Yeah.
So I got you a submarine and added pepperoni.
Okay.
Oh, so you got
It didn't matter. It would have been fine either way.
I got me an appetizer.
I thought they still had one like it, but anyway, it
I
don't
asked him,
matter.
and he looked at me like I was crazy. I'm like, look, dude, I know I'm crazy.
Let's see, well, Richard B said, let's see, Carlos said, sup Jacob? Jane said, hi Richard. Lotus said, it is how cold? Rumble
It
said,
is 30.
I think they're asking Maria right now. Rumple said, I can't see some messages. You are reading pops. They are hidden or timed out.
Make sure you're on.
Make sure you're on live chat. If you're not on live chat, up there at the top it'll say all chat, or click on it and put it on live chat.
If you're on your phone, on the top right, there's 3 dots, and you click it, and it's you scroll down a little bit, and it should default is top messages, and you click it, and you go to all messages.
But right now nobody's been deleted yet. Let's see, Carlos said, so it's so freaking hot here. Richard said, Jane. Lotus said 26 Fahrenheit here. Rusty said, hi Randy.
Hello.
Kevin said, is that vegetable soup, brother? I wish it was. Oh, Lord have mercy, that'd be warm. Rumple said, oh, Randy Jr. got a haircut.
Yes, I did.
Boggy said, thus, an interesting movie, and I should be working, but it's interesting. Maria said, what's that on the chair? Behind me? It's my coat. See, Jane said, good grief, Justin in the something house right here.
Belch House.
Belch out? Oh, he belched. Daniel said, cheers. Jane said, nice haircut, R3.
Thank you.
Lotus said, I figured Maria would be hot, but it does get cold over there too. Maria said,
I thought about trimming my beard tonight, but then I remembered it's effing cold.
Maria said, what is in the bags? That's our food. John Deere said,
Mind you best draw you a square and stay in it.
look, Bigfoots are butter cheeks. I'm joking.
Butter cheeks.
Let's see. Lotus says, switch to live chat, Rump.
Hey, Justin just got here.
Hellsire says, if no one has told any of you yet, you're a wonderful, bright, beautiful individuals. Hope the rest of your day goes amazing. Well, thank you. Same to you too. I do appreciate it. Makes me feel good. Lotus said, Lotus got it. Rumple said, Lotus got it. Hellshire said, you have a great day too. Carlos said, what's up, R3?
Hey.
Daryl under Mormac says, tap in, tap, listening, but editing. As soon as I'm done, I'll join in. Thank you. We do understand, I promise you. Rumple says, awesome. Lotus says, Team U and Rando. Team U actually walked down to get him a drink, I think. Lotus said, what's up, Daryl? Jane said, hey, Daryl. Madison said, don't touch the beard. Boggy said, okay, this movie is actually decent. I like the high school version of Saw, but without the puzzles. Carlos said, what's up, Daryl? John Deere said, R3, I got a haircut too.
Oh.
Rumble said, Madison, hello. Rusty said, hi, More Mac, and hi, Madison. Lotus says, what movie, Boggy? Jane said, Maddie, it needs trimmed a bit, but I think he should grow it longer. Boggy said, it's called The Final. Lotus said, hey, Madison. And Jane said, by the way, hey, Maddie. Kenneth says, why does it make you feel good?
Which is weird.
I'm trying to figure out what Kenneth's talking about.
Just kidding.
Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to say there. Carlos said, hey, Nurse Madison. And Jane said, Kenneth, what are you talking about? That's a good question, Jane. Maria said, I just saw a comment on my last video. They said those are still alive? Question mark. I do have to check it out. I didn't know she had posted something, so I'm gonna get Randy to look it up so I can watch it. Maria left, and Lotus said, "What kind of food did he bring? Salads or tomatoes?"
I brought subs,
Subs.
and I got an appetizer right here I think everybody would like. I'm not gonna tell you what it is, but you gotta try one.
Is it meme? I just got done fighting a few hours ago, and my body hurts. Oh, Madison says, "Hello, all driving to work. Be safe, Madison." Rumpel said, "Maybe keto diet."
No.
No. No name says, "What are you doing? What?" We're reading comments of a lot of good people. Welcome to the channel. Jane says, "Hey, meme, fighting? Question mark." Meme says, "I was fighting in the snow, and my hand got stepped on. My hand was freezing for over 20 minutes." Charles says, "Let God sort them out." That's the way I feel. Nico said, "Subs." Meme said, "The." Jane said, "Like all our fighting meme." 21 people, 27 thumbs up. Awesome.
No.
Y'all were way too kind. I do appreciate it though. Let's see what we got going on here. See what kind of food I got. Somebody gonna have to eat quick. Whoa, good lord, a whole bag of fries. Y'all mind if I eat a little bit while it's still hot? While I try to read a little bit?
I got you.
Huh?
I got you.
You done read? You done eat?
No, I ain't even touched it yet.
Well, eat. Huh?
What, something's getting cold. It's
Meme
fine.
Dumpster said, Here, I'll read.
Well, I mean, I don't care. Y'all eat.
I got it. Come on. You want one? I don't even know what it is.
Looks like a gizzard.
I don't know. I mean,
Delicious.
okay. What is it?
Jalapeno pop.
Hell no.
See what I mean? No.
They're good.
They got cheese in them.
It looks like molds in the
Huh?
middle.
It's because the jalapeno's green.
Yeah, that's why you got a little bit of white stuff inside your mouth.
Like you went to Quavy.
That's a lot of talk with you might.
You talk a lot of crap for somebody from Carnival House.
do. Good lord.
Okay. Let's see here. Meme Dumpster said, Boggy says, basically, this high school kids that are bullied all their life breaking, and they made a party and kidnapped the bullies and they tortured them. All I'm saying is I understand. I approve of this message. Meme Dumpster said, "What do you mean, Jane?" Jane said, "All out fighting." Nicole said, "I will ask about that." Okay. Maria said, "Let us see your wallet. It's very empty, but it's a Carhartt wallet."
What's in your wallet?
Lotus said, "I got another ribeye in the fridge. They were still on sale." Well, that is awesome.
I need to buy some
I got paid today
and
and
cook some.
it felt weird to get paid again. Meme Dumpster said, "Not exactly, Jane." Jane said, "You were really fighting? Why?" Meme said, "We was friends wrestling, but we went hard." Hey, there you go. They say go big or go home, but I don't understand what the problem with going home is. Mike at Lone Ranch Garage said, "I was fighting in the snow earlier and the Angel won. Let me do it." Joe Bird said, "Hey Randy, hey Justin." Hey Joe Bird. I
Hello.
promise I'm not ignoring you. I saw your messages and I went, I'm doing something. I'll get to you in a minute. So I'm not ignoring you. I'll just get back to you. Jane said, "LOL, I made some jalapeno poppers wrapped in bacon."
It's kind of what ignoring is, ain't it?
No, I have other stuff I was
It's
doing.
kind of definition.
This
of
has
ignoring.
cheese in it, deep fried or fried with ranch. I could go for some bacon with it. Boggy said, "Hey, I condone fighting. It's part of a nature." Yeah. Maria said, "Nice haircut." Thank you, Maria. Team Richard said, "Lone Wrench, hi." Rumpel said, "Lone Wrench, hello." Carlos said, "Sup, Mike." Rumpel said, "Jane, sounds yummy." Lotus said, "Condone means you don't approve." Oh, no, condemn. Is you don't.
Means you do.
Yeah, I do condone this. No. I don't know. Well, I approve of this message. Jane said, hey, Mike. Mike said, hey, Richard, Carlo, Rumple, Jane, Lotus. Maria said, did you wash your hands before eating?
Yeah.
No. Who the hell does that? Richard said, Randy.
It don't come off on the food, man.
Yeah, listen, whenever my hands are greasy and I do like this and nothing more comes
How
off.
do you think we fight off diseases?
Yeah.
People that wash their hands all the time stay sick.
Lotus said, and you will throw hands over Mustang comments. Yeah, Boggy definitely will. Joe Bird said, no, you're good. Thank you, Joe Bird.
I'm not
I know
eating my
I'm good.
fingers, I'm eating the food.
Rumple said, hello, off camera, Justin. He's watching an anime about volleyball.
Hey, you can't knock it. Man.
I'm knocking it.
I bet you wouldn't.
Boggy said, no, condone means approve, not condone.
That's right.
Means they don't approve.
Even I knew that one.
Rumple said, Joe Bird, hello. Mike said, oh, R3, you almost look respectable now. I made a comment to Beth last night that I thought you were trying to Scooby-Doo going for a Shaggy look.
No, I ain't eating ranch. Only, I don't like them by themselves. I like them with ketchup.
Well, there's ranch on the table.
You don't want ranch.
Oh,
I think
whatever.
there's ketchup in the refrigerator.
Nerd.
That's too far away.
Yeah, Mike, I've been wanting a haircut for about a week and a half, but I don't want to get off of work here, drive 30 minutes up to get my haircut, and drive 30 minutes back. I didn't have to work today, so perfect time to go get my haircut. And it was like I saw a ghost when I walked in. John Deere said, R3, are you happy today, down in the dumps today? I'm down in the dumps. I'm kind of in a shitty mood. But that's neither here nor there. Lotus said, oh, I'm having a moment. See, Lotus wasn't wrong, he just had a moment. Meme Dumpster said, guys, I want to learn to do kickboxing, so how much is it? A few ass whoopings. I don't know. It's hard for me to pay somebody to whoop my tail. Lotus said, ignore me, I do every day. Maria
Ignore
said,
who?
Lotus.
Who?
Yeah. Maria said, I got an orange cat. Meow. Form or for music. For music. For music, for music. Yeehaw! Cholesterol! Well, I eat Honey Nut Cheerios to lower my cholesterol. Come on now. Richard's
What?
laughing. Yeah, I like Honey Nut Cheerios.
No, I didn't
With the
get
actual
it.
honey in it.
I didn't get honey.
Boggy said condemned means you don't. Like a building's condemned means you can't use it anymore. Joe Bird said, hey Rumple. Maria said you should wash your hands before and after. Listen, you can't say anything because you've been sick more this year than I have for the last 3 years. So your argument is invalid, ma'am.
It's overrated.
Joe Bird said, can I ask you a question, Randy? You can ask me a question. All I ask is if it is appropriate, you may ask it. If it's not appropriate, do not ask it.
Well, you know, Rumple's going to ask a good question.
Yep. Well, no, that's Joe Bird.
Oh. he
Lotus
will
said
too.
dyslexia is the thing. Yes, it is.
Yes,
and I do
it
that
is,
all
and
the
I got a
time.
part of it.
And you know what's really bad is whenever a car number is like RANDY 1234, RANDY 1243. That screws me up every damn time. Jane said, Maria, I rescued a little girl kitty with the most beautiful eyes. We might go get something tomorrow to show y'all.
What?
I'll give you a hint. It's not a freaking cat. Maria said, and they'll blame China for making COVID. All I'm saying is if the shoe fits, lay that MF
No, that's
Maria said, what's the anime name?
Mozzarella.
What's the anime name?
Haiku.
Huh?
Haiku.
Haiku?
Haiku.
Haiku?
Haiku.
Haiku is like a poem.
high Q like your IQ, I guess.
Oh! Haiku. It's on Crunchyroll. Rumple said condone means approve with reluctance. It's negative. Oh! My bad. Maria said Justin the Lizard Man. Damn lizard got on my nerves, I swear to God. Carlos said, are you dyslexic, Lotus?
Are you going to eat some of these fries?
No. John Deere said, a hand. Maria said, that's beautiful, Jane. Lotus said, it came from a lab in China. Who else should they blame?
I don't know.
It's a beautiful night. Boggy said, so like I said, I condone fighting. Lotus said, I was wrong. I can admit it. It's just rare. No,
Nah, go on, just go next. They like Frozen, let it go.
There you go. Maria said, and the cat name is Andy. I'm not going to change that. Okay. Andy with a hard R. Randy.
Whoa.
Jane said, I need to get your email from Pops and send you a picture of her. I was going to say, do we even have Maria's email? I have emailed her. Yes, we have Maria's email. Kevin said, are you a good fighter? I ain't never been laid up in a hospital bed drinking from a straw. Maria said, okay.
I'm glad you added that drinking from the straw.
Yeah.
Because I think you were drinking from the straw, that tree one.
I didn't drink from a damn straw. I wasn't eating from a straw.
What are you supposed to do with drinking? if you don't
Shut up,
drink it through
Justin. Nobody asked you.
Autistic Chicago, yeah.
Boggy said, speaking of which, my hand still hurts. Jane said, Maria, is it orange striped? Lotus said, yes, I am, Carlo, and ADHD. Daryl said, okay, I'm back on Middle Art Customs. Welcome back, Daryl. Jane
Hello,
said,
Daryl.
Jane said, 2 out of my 4 kids have ADHD. Madison swears I do too.
Huh? Squirrel.
Where?
Rumpel said, Metal Arts, hello. Joe Bird said, can you play my song? Let me get called up and I'll play it. Maria said, well, next time when I'm sick, I'm not telling you. Okay, be like that. Whisper said, hi, hello, Whisper. Metal Art said, Rumpel. Jane said, a dog. Lotus said, I have to measure every day. It sucks when you cut something an inch under and there is no extra. That does suck.
Yeah, it's about like cutting a wire too soon and then have to use the excess to make it fit on the other end. Ask me how I know. After you told him. Twice.
What's happening?
Maria said, I've watched that anime 4 or 5 years ago.
We did mine first.
Boggy said, but hey, I asked
We only
if he
soaked
was
my
okay
wire.
first before I gave him a softball-sized bruise.
I folded the wire in half that in the center.
Daryl said, Lotus, Jane, Maria, Boggy, Big.
When I hooked
Daryl said,
the
Joey.
up, see how much I need.
Jane said, Boggy, you
take
fighting
the rest
again?
what you need.
Lotus said, hey, Daryl.
And
Mike
then
said,
when
yes,
you
COVID
rest
was
the other-
manufactured in
the other
Wuhan
fiber.
laboratories in China, aka therefore it
When you
came
got
from
done,
China.
he cut it down. Right middle of that. Yeah.
Beth said, hey, everyone. Hey, Beth.
After we finished, I had to cut off
Daryl
the
said,
rest
Dennis.
of mine,
Beth.
give it to him so he could put it on that end and reach where we was going.
Rumpel said, I'm too old for anime. I like old-timey cartoons, 90s stuff. Stuck in my ways. I turned on Land Before Time for Addie today. She loved it. Lotus said, you saying I'm always wrong, Rando? No, you're never wrong. I just mispronounced. Boggy said, no, I punched the guy who hit me because, you know, that 20K of reparations I have to fork up. You mean repairs? I don't think you're using the right word there. Rumpel said, at Beth, hello, waving. Joe Burr said, okay, guys, let's let Randy catch up. Team Richard said, hi, Beth. Carlos said, when you don't condone, it means you don't approve. If you do condone, you do approve, but you disapprove, you condemn. Okay. Joe Mack said, measure twice, cut once. Or you just cut once and then measure twice. James said, are you getting a dog tomorrow? Mike said, I agree, Rumpel. Give me Bugs Bunny and the Roadrunner and I'm happy. Where's Kevin at? I heard Bugs Bunny. Jane said, hi, Beth. Volkswagen Porsche 550 said Van Life Forever, VW. And that's a French flag, is it not? Or is that a French flag? Or is that a...
French, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's France. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys. I would appreciate it. Kevin said, I'm here for you. Thank you, Kevin. Daryl said, Jacob. Carlos said, oh, okay, Lotus. At least you don't have a debilitating mental illness like me and a severe anxiety disorder. Rumpel said, Lone Rich, same for me. Boggy said, oh, and New York kid was in the car. My kid. Joe Bird said, guys, let's let R3 catch up. Boggy said, reparations mean repairs. Not in 2026. Maria said, is there any tomatoes in this sandwich? Justin had
Justin got
tomatoes.
tomatoes.
Jane said, oh, Lotus has a mental issue. Lotus said, you got that right, Dane. Jane said, Randolph.
Huh?
Jane. Lucy said, I'm back. Hi, Patrick. Hello there, Dorothy. Beth said, hello, Mac, Jane, Richard, Rumpel. Hope y'all are staying warm. I hope so. Joe Bird said, hey, Beth. Lucy said, Malachi.
It's kind of why I didn't want to give up my seat. The heater's under there. My
Yeah.
feet was warm.
Daryl said, all 58 degrees of it, Beth. It's like 20 out there. Lois said, I don't have severe, but but everybody has anxiety. Yes. Lotus said, it's a B. That's right. Boggy said, oh God, I suck at English and I'm doing better than most today. You are doing good today. I'll give it to you. I'm doing really bad today. Beth said, hey, Joe Bird. Mike said, I flushed my reparations earlier today. Jane said, LOL, you're such a brat. You're old. Team Richard said, Beth, sub. Lucy said, the person off screen, that's Squidward. He's like, yeah, we'll call him Squidward. You hear that? You're Squidward. He's also watching anime. Maria said, well, my hope's in Justin because he's the only one who eats tomatoes. No, he said he took them off his sandwich.
Yeah, I did.
Carlos said, indeed it is, Lotus. Daryl said, that's in the shop, R3. It's cold outside. Yeah, baby, it's cold outside. Kevin said, yes.com. Hold on, let me pull up Discord so I make sure I get the right song for you there, Joe Bird. I told him I'd play the song when we get caught up. Let's see here. Wait, do I have direct messages? Is that where it come in? General? I don't know how to navigate on here. Oh, there it is. Direct messages. There it is. My bad. Let's see. That's the server. Okay, here it is. Heavy Chevy. Maria said, shame on his family. On this family. Oh. Lucy said, what anime and who is that off screen? Lucy, that is Justin, my youngest brother. And the anime is IQ. It's anime about volleyball. Rumpel said, what's with tomato discrimination here? I don't like them. Richard said, Beth, it's cold weather since I'm from Norway. Beth said, got you subbed, Richard. All right. We got to turn it down just a tick. John Glad said 23 with flurries tonight west of Chicago. Keep it. Please, keep it. Team Richard said, nice. Daryl said, I don't eat tomatoes unless they're fresh off the vine. Maters on a sandwich gets hot and yuck. I like a tomato sandwich with mayonnaise. Toasted white bread.
I like a tomato and cheese on toast. Hold the tomato.
Maria said Andy is sleeping for 4 hours. I don't know if he's dead or not. They said he's breathing. Glad he's okay.
We know Maria take them away from here in a heartbeat, just like she did the chickens. Fried green tomatoes.
Pass. Daryl said never green maters. Let's see here. Joe Bird said, thank y'all for playing the song. Not a problem, buddy. Watch yourself. Said, shouldn't you be at work? Nope, they annoyed me today. Shouldn't you be at work? Nickel Pony said, Evening Pops and Unbreakable got those ears lowered, I see. That's right. And of course, it's cold today. Justin's here too, by the way. Maria said, there's no chickens anymore.
I know.
Versace said, is it tasty? The jalapeno poppers? Yeah. Maria said, thank God. Jane said, hey, Nickel. Daryl said, lettuce is only good, crisp, cold, and fresh, never warm. Agreed. John Glad said, ain't nothing like picking it off the plant or digging it out of the ground. Yep. Jane said, or Nickel Pony said, hey, Miss Jane. You already eat all yours?
I did. I did drink.
Will you get me a chill one?
Yeah.
Did you already suck down another drink?
You say you want something else?
Damn, young, that's 4 already!
I'll take your bit now.
Golly, young.
I ran out of Dr. Pepper's at home.
Boggy said, yes, I should be working, but this movie is interesting. Nickel Pony said, we get a soundtrack with the fun too? Nice. Joe Bird made this song on the Sono and asked if I would play it on the live. I said, if I get called up, I gladly will, and I got called up. Maria said, is he going to wash his hands? No. Rumple said, you all should come here for a few weeks strictly on vegan diet. That will straighten you up, or maybe not. Well, Rumple, I wanted to come see you, but now I don't. Vegan just sounds like no to me. John Deere said, hope you like my songs. Buddy, I love your songs. I really do. I usually don't play the songs, but like I told Joe Bird today, I said, I can put it in a video if you want. But if you want me to play it on live, I'll play it on live. Maybe we can do something like this and play some songs in the background, just real low, real low. And you can still hear it when there's pauses. Carlo, we're not going to talk about that because you never know. Somebody might be here and you never know, somebody might get offended. We work really hard on not offending people. Richard said it's never too cold, just bad clothing or not enough heat inside. Bull crap. It's too damn cold today. Thank you. Dassay Dale said, how do you weigh?
On a scale?
You usually on a scale, but I weigh 220 pounds.
It's weird. Every time he's in the semi when we go to get weighed, it ups about 400 pounds.
It says one person at a time, please.
Yeah. I told Madison for Christmas I wanted something that could go 0 to 200 real quick. She bought me a scale. On Rumple said we should come there for a few weeks. Strictly vegan diet or vegetarian diet, VEG. That will straighten you up, or maybe not.
Yeah.
I
Straighten
said,
me up 6 foot under.
I said, I wanted to come see you, but now I don't. Daryl said, why would you want to kill us, Rumple?
You want me to read while you eat?
Texas Billy says they miss somebody. Okay. They don't remember you. They'll never know you, probably. Rumple said it's John Deere songs. That's nice. That song was Joe Bird. I just told them, it would be tempting to turn on songs from people like that and turn the volume down real low. And then when there's a lull in the chat or something, just playing that song in the background. We might have to do that. Let's see here. Daryl said, Texas Billy, you're ignorant. Lotus said, Maria, you should see the hands at lunchtime during an engine swap day. She might have a heart attack. Be careful. Brent said, what's up, Randy? Hello, Brent.
Brent.
I hope you ain't first or second out because tomorrow's going to be early. 6:30 on duty, High Rock. Take the empty ethanol back.
I hope they change it because
That's going to be a son of a gun.
it's a lot of track to run.
Sounds like not my problem.
It's not like it ain't mine either.
Jane said, hey, Brent. Brent, I saw you the other day. I waved at you real nice. I miss our conversations. Maria said, thanks, Lotus, but I don't want to see it. You really don't. Lotus said, I bet a few have eaten burgers in here with grease-covered hands.
Yep.
No. Yeah, I definitely have. Nickel Pony said, is that Slavender in the corner? Yes, it is, Nickel Pony.
I try not to eat chicken because that's finger licking good.
Rumple said, at Daryl, there's a lot of food you people don't know about, TBH. I'm not saying ditch non-vegan, but the variety of vegetarian food is unimaginable. Well, I personally love vegetables, but I wouldn't want to eat them for every meal. And it's a personal thing for me. I don't care if you're vegan or whatever, but I like meat. I like my steaks, and it's not like I eat steaks every night.
He likes me. Angry laughing out loud.
Maria said, I thought there's no people who doesn't wash their hands before and after. She's just dumbfounded we don't wash our hands before and after we eat.
Well, made dirt and dirt don't hurt.
How would I build up my immune system if I washed my hands every time I did something?
I'll wash my hands after I eat. It's just it might be a few hours later.
Daryl said, R3, did you hear the song I put on the members today? No, Daryl, I did not.
I thought she said
I will
wash
have to
before
pull
you
it up.
eat. Because I do
Yeah,
wash
before.
after I eat because I'd hate to get any kind of stuff on the LS motor.
Daryl, I'll have to watch it. Mike said, Texas Billy 1055, what's your PIN code for your banking app? Asking for a friend. Look, all I'm saying is, if that's your political belief or your belief, you should be willing to share your money with me. That's how it should go, right? Rumple said, Joe Bird, nice or awesome. Yep. Brent said, yo, hang out. Well, come on by. You can hang out here in a couple hours. You'll go to work down there. Or, need to mark off sick. $25 copay. Rumpel said, don't wash hands. Improve stomach gut bacteria.
That's
Bingo.
right. People don't get near as sick if they ingest some bad stuff.
Lotus said, vegetarian foods never sit well with him. I like vegetables, but vegetarian food, I've never really tried vegetarian options. Maria said, you don't have soups. We don't make soups. Doesn't mean we don't have them. Boggy said, oh yeah, I forgot to tell y'all, there is sad news. Very sad. I hope we're joking about the sadness. Lotus said, I wash my hands before cooking. Am I supposed to? I'm kidding. I'll do that when I'm cooking for other people. Daryl said, oh, I know about rabbit food. It's very scarcely and far and between. Give me steak and burger. Daryl said, I'm going to make it public tonight. Okay. Does that help to make like a video, members, and then like a week or so later, make it into public? It's not like we have a storage of videos anymore, like that I've already made, but it would be tempting to do something like that. But we will see. Carlos said, my poo is real. It better be as much as you go. Mike said, exactly. Lowe said, oh Lord, what now, Boggy? Boggy said, totally not gonna JB weld it or go in and beat it. Just beat it.
Is that the old pan?
I would assume. Well, hey, I'm probably gonna JB weld a transmission on my XB. That's all I'm saying. Jane said, we have lots of soups. I made chicken and dumplings soup today and potato soup at the beginning of the week.
And I like
love
potato soup. I don't like
Love
chicken
that.
and dumplings, but I like potato soup.
Maria said, you work with tires and cars and dirty stuff. You don't mind this things get into your stomach. No, I don't mind one bit.
I got a gut, a strong iron gut.
You think we're fat? No, it's just
Hey,
the buildup of the stuff we can't
I'm
digest.
just curious, all these burnouts we do, you know we keep breathing. You know that goes in our stomach. That's the reason I don't like people to poop when we're in the
It goes in your lungs.
Stupid.
It goes in your stomach too. You got your mouth open, don't it?
No, that's not.
Sheep
how,
dip.
That's not how your respiratory.
That's not how the respiratory
Well, I
system
didn't
works.
want to say lungs because then it really sounds bad, but it does go in you.
Rumpel said, Jane, oh, I love soup. I like soup too. Lotus said, did you touch it to make sure, Carlo? Touch the poop. Maria said, I mean soup.
Are you good? Are you
Soap.
good?
She means soap. Hold on, what'd she say? You don't
Oh.
have soap. No, we have plenty of soap.
Oh,
We just don't use it very much. If you use too much of the Dawn dish detergent, it'll dry your hands
Yeah,
out.
and it's been cracking my hands, so I've been having to put
Grease.
crazy glue to hold my cuts together.
Boggy said, there is a small crack in my driver's side control arm. Oh, yeah, JB welded. It'll be fine. Daryl said, it does. Okay. Lotus said, makes you stronger. See, look, there's that song, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And at this point, I would give Superman a run for his money. And I'd whoop Goku's tail. Jane said, oh, LOL, soap, yeah, kind of different. It's just a tickle different. But either way, you can wash your hands with it. One just doesn't.
But we do have both.
Carlo said, no, it just stinks like crap, Lotus.
I wash my hands with soup before I use the soap.
Lotus said, you take on the power of the car. Unless it's a Prius, then you get weaker.
Then it's electrifying.
The electric. Daryl said, I'm up till Wednesday on videos and been making members' videos public one day at noon too. Cool. Maybe tomorrow after work or something, if I beat them here or whatever, maybe I can sit down and start making videos. My only problem today about making videos is I let Justin start watching his anime on here and he wouldn't get up afterwards. Rumpel said, I like soap too. Yep. Lotus said, I'm sure you have a welder, Boggy, but can it weld aluminum? Oh, the Chevelle. Yeah. Daryl said, on what, Boggy? He said, the Chevelle. Never mind, don't do that. Daryl said, flying poop particles. No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Lotus said, go Tig it back together. Maria said, then use soap. I do.
I do when I wash my hands. I told you before I work on a car, I wash my hands. I don't want the car to get dirty.
Lotus said, or buy a repoop. Daryl said, oatmeal lotion is the bomb. I have not used oatmeal lotion in a long time. But he puts the lotion on the skin. Rumpel said, you should do that blue light investigations to see how particles disperse.
Yes, you should.
I'm good. I'll still fart on you. Foggy said, to be honest, it looks like it was an attempt to chip. An attempt to chip. You got this. Maria said, you can use a hand moisturizer if your hands become cracked. Well, we got this thing that my mother-in-law gives me. It's called Working Hands. It works great for working hands. What the hell are you doing back there, young? Are you having a spasm? Lotus said, send me a picture, Boggy. Careful, you might want to be specific on that. Boggy's just that kind of guy. Rumpel said, hit the like button. Thank you, Rumpel. Migo said, I'm eating some pulled pork sandwiches tonight. That sounds delicious. Cash Bandit said, what do I have to do for my name to be posted on the Wall of Fame? If you become a member, that's all it is. You get your name here and you get your name out at the road.
Hopefully everything will be different tomorrow. We got some more coming in, and the wall will look different tomorrow if we got time to go pick it up.
You got this. Rumpel said, well, I'm tapping out almost 6 a.m. Catch y'all later. See you, Rumpel.
See you, Rumpel. Thank you.
Don't forget, try that steak again. You'll like it. Carlos said, we are men, Maria. We don't use any moisturizer. Maria said, you are funny people. Thank you. My voice is sick.
24 people, 38 thumbs up.
Jane said, take care, Rumpel. Maria said, so you care about cars more than your body. Yeah.
Yeah, the cars don't have a defense mechanism. My body does.
Have I not told you, Maria? I hate myself.
No, that's not funny.
Because I hate myself for a... Weirdo. Rumpel said, Jane laters. Boggy said, I was thinking parts for her were going to be expensive, but to be honest, it isn't that bad. Same old steel, just aftermarket, not original. Well, they make a lot of stuff for that platform. Cash Bandit said, it puts the lotion on the skin unless you want the hose again. To be honest, I've never even seen that movie. I just know that quote. Lotus said, I will admit to using lotion when I do concrete, it dries your hands out so bad. Well, like, we're sitting here working on all these vehicles, and then I got to go pee. I look at my hands, I'm like, I need to wash these. I'll wash them 4, 5, 6 times in a day, and my hands will start cracking. I'll use moisturizer. Maria said, what's Boggy's real name?
Well, he don't like to talk about it.
Yeah. Lotus said, and I have the working hands.
If he wants to put it in there, he can, but they don't like it.
Boggy said, yo mother. Your mother. And then Lotus said, it's Bob. Boggy said, yeah, it's Bob, Joe. Lotus said,
Billy Bob Thornton.
Lotus said, where is Olivia? Haven't seen her in a minute. She come in last night? Last night or the night before. Maria said, you won't be, if you use moisturizer, body care for both genders. Well, I agree with that. But I ain't putting no lavender crap on me. That's Justin's job. Boggy said, still catching up. Jane said, Olivia doesn't like us. I don't think she does. I don't think her or, what's her name? Annie like us anymore. We're not cool for them. Maria said, you won't be more man if you were dirty. I am so confused by that. You won't be more man if you were dirty. Have you not seen the advertisements of all the men? They're sweaty and they're dirty. It's just like man glitter. Beth said, RH3, that's a classic movie. You got to watch it.
Y'all have makeup. We've got grease.
Lovely Lucy said, do not ask how I'm doing today. I will flip out not doing well. That's okay. I won't ask. But glad you're in here, Lucy.
Welcome, Lucy.
Carlos said, because you bully her, Lotus, my Bella Olivia. To be fair, she started. Boggy said, Andy tends to lurk a lot. Well, I've noticed if I call someone out by name, then usually they pop in. Lotus said, I use whatever lotion my wife has around. It may be lavender or whatever. Whatever you ain't got to pay for, right? Maria said, I will be like Olivia soon, I guess. Uh-oh. She's not going to like us. Just because I don't wash my hands before and after I eat. I might go cry on my pillow tonight. Lotus said, if you think that's true, you don't know Olivia. Maria said, you compare makeup to this? Well, again, I don't know how it is in Iraq, but here, if there's an advertisement for men outside of like Dolce and Gabbana, like, what's it called? Cologne. Usually it's a working man in a white tank top or wife beater, whatever you want to call it, and grease and dirt all over him and some gloves, and he just looks manly. All I'm trying to do is look manly instead of fat. Jane said, sorry, you're having a bad day, Lucy. Last week was a very bad week for me. I get it. We all have them. It's just sometimes they're better than the others, and sometimes they're worse than others. But we won't pry. We're just glad you're here. Hey, Verizon's back up and working. And I got a text message this morning about 8 o'clock telling me from my conductor saying, hey, by the way, couldn't reach you yesterday. Guess you don't have an iPhone. We're annulled today. I'm like, yeah. Couldn't reach me. I don't have an iPhone. I told you that. Boggy said, I just said she has been catching up on her schoolwork. Oh, I was caught up. Well, Boggy, I understand that. Y'all took, what, like a week in California, so I imagine she is a little behind. Jane said, LOL, manly, fat, we all got to look like something. Some days I look like both. A fat, manly guy? Jane, we might need to work on that. But I saw on a TikTok, somebody called a woman a chubby chaser. She goes, no, I'm not a chubby chaser. Because being a chubby chaser implies that Chubby was running. And Chubby doesn't run because he's chubby. But you ever see a man with the dad bod and the big belly? That means he's well fed. He's going to feed you too. Ain't going to be hungry. Daryl said, Lucy. And Jane said, yep. Maria has an exam coming up about makeup. Maria said,
for how bad it is for your skin.
Makeup is bad for your skin, especially if you don't take it off. Maria said, it used to be like this in Iraq too, but people realize here getting dirty is not cool. There's literally men get rejected just because they don't smell good or they're sweating and they're dirty. Now, I will tell you, I cannot stand stinking. Me and Justin were working on something, and I smelled just a tickle of BO, and I'm like, is that me or is that him? I said, did you put on deodorant today? He said, yeah. Well, he tells me what kind of deodorant. I said, we need to change your deodorant because it's not lasting good. Might have been me too, but I told him I'd give him a stick of mine, and I ain't giving him my stick of deodorant yet. But you work all day in sweat, you might be a little stinky, hence why you take a shower after work. Rhoda said, facts. I got those. Look, like I just said, chubby chaser implies that Chubby is running. Jane said, yeah, BO is not okay. I hate whenever I go in somewhere, like a restaurant or something, and it's just pure, unfiltered BO coming from either people who work there or people in line. I'm like, I can smell dead people, and it's a lot better than smelling BO. Caleb said, I haven't showed since last year. Well, welcome back, Caleb. Hadn't seen you since last year. Jane said, I take my makeup off before I sleep, and I use skincare under my makeup. Well, I imagine that makes a big difference. Most people don't. Jane said, but dirty men can be respected because they are working. Yes. Now, if you're a man out there working and you're going to go hit on a girl, you might want to figure out how to do your job before you hit on a female.
No.
You don't have a job. So you can't hit on women. You can't hit on women.
I had a job when I hit on them.
Don't make me call Cameron.
That's not her name.
I know. If she's lurking, she's going to come in and correct me.
She's not working.
Lotus said, Maria, you have the wrong idea. We are clean. We are all mostly shower 1 or 2 times a day, and deodorant is a must. Wash hands after bathroom and before cooking and eating, but sometimes we lazy. Yes, like for example, I washed my hands after I used the restroom, and all I did after that was I come up here and I sat down, scrolled through my phone, and then we decided we were going to go get something to eat. So I walk out the door, I get in Justin's truck, and I drive up and I pump gas. Now I probably should have washed my hands after touching the gas handle, but I'm not going to. And I went and ordered the food.
Just extra fuel.
I mean, I understand what you're saying, but it's not like I'm out here dunking my hands and use motor oil, then grabbing a handful of fries and eating them. Jane said, now wait, dead people after a couple days really, really bad. Oh, I know. I know. I had one. It was my first, well, one of my first ones. First stinking one. I could smell her from 3 blocks away, and when we picked her up, she exploded on me. It was bad. Ain't nothing stink after that. The next one, I walked up eating a barbecue sandwich and french fries, and the mom found him. And it was a week in the summertime that he was there, passed away. And she was gagging on the air. I said, you want a french fry? It helps. She called me insensitive. Whatever, lady. Maria said, you forgot he protecting lizards. Yeah, where's your lizard at?
No, somewhere in there.
Your friend Steven with a V. Hello, my friend Steven. Friend Steven. Jane said, I wear my sunglasses at night so I can. Daryl said, but you clean your phone. Strolling on the toilet gets almost as many poop particles on the phone as McDonald's kiosk. Stop talking about poop particles. You're going to wake him up. But yes, but it's my poop particles. I'm halfway picking. Maria said, why you are wearing sunglasses? Because it makes people comment and ask why. Ha. I got you. I tricked you. Jane said, oh, that's bad. Nobody told you to move without them without body bag. No, we had to get her off the couch. She was decomposing into the couch, and when we lifted her, she exploded because she was decomposing onto the couch cushions and lifted up the cushions. We were putting her in the bag. Lotus said, to be cool. Behind the stripes. Golly, I ain't got my glasses on. Behind the stripes, USA said, hello, good sir, and an American flag. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, whenever you're watching this. How are you doing today, my friends? Maria said, the guy behind you sleep like ancient Egyptians.
He uses his belly as a table.
Hey, this is how I slept on a helicopter.
On fentanyl.
On fentanyl. Let's see here. Lotus said he's almost as old too. Daryl said Jane, the guy that shot himself 3 times with a shotgun, stunk like he'd been dead a month ago. I bet he did. Maria said at least an ancient Egyptian like cats. They worship cats as gods. Jane said, hi, behind the stripes. Hugh said, hello, Scoots. Hello, Randy.
Hello.
This guy.
Careful.
Lotus said, what's up, Hugh? Hugh said, hello, Timu. Jane said, hi, Hugh. Daryl said, that's when I was assistant deputy coroner. Man, high up the ladder. Hugh said, hello, Lotus. Jane said, Daryl, what that guy? What guy? Hugh said, hello, Jane. Daryl said, Hugh. Hugh said, hello, Daryl. Jane said, Daryl, you got him right. Away. Tell you right now, brain matter does not smell good. Hugh said, hello, Maria. Lotus sent 5 pictures of Daddy sleeping. Hugh said, hello, behind. Daryl said, yes. Maria said, how he's sleeping with lights on and with all this noise.
I got eyelids. They're still good.
Yeah, I mean, I fall asleep on the boat. I could fall asleep doing a burnout. Don't tempt me. Simple creatures, remember? Lucy is back again. Hello, Lucy. Welcome
Hello,
back.
Lucy.
No need to be sorry. Maria said, I would worship cats too. They're gorgeous.
They make good Chinese food.
Thanks.
Listen, different strokes for different folks.
Wow.
Jane said, there is a very distinct odor to brain matter. Yeah. Lucy said, I had to apply to my next school for next year. Cool. Kevin said, I'm here for hot, brother. Well, ain't none of us here hot. I'm just now getting comfortable. Lotus said, they taste great too. Hugh said, of course I was planning on putting that engine in this weekend and I pulled my back at work today. Grr. Damn. That sucks.
Hope you get feeling better. Hey, Midol is a great low dose
I'll tell you what, that's the best thing in the world.
muscle relaxer, and it's great for menstrual cramps too.
That's what it's made for.
Kevin said, "You." Oh, I'm here for you, brother, not hot brother. Kevin, I thought you were calling me hot. I'm hurt now. Hugh said, "Hello, Lucy." Daryl said, "My eyelids don't close. Mine definitely do." Lotus said, "Does it run, Hugh? Did I miss it?" Lucy said, "I didn't see who the person off screen was, so who was that?" That is my brother Justin.
Nice, you pointed at the shelf for about 5.5 minutes.
He is a Timu version of me. Jane said, "Lucy, it's Justin. He's also taller than me."
Facts.
Hugh sent a bunch of pictures of Daddy sleeping. Daryl said, "Putting it in before you fire it up." Well, that's one way to make sure it fires. Maria said, "I can't sleep comfortably in other places than my bed." Never said he was comfortable. He's just sleeping. Lucy said, "Hi, Hugh." Hugh said, "Not yet. I was going to finish the wiring tonight and put her in this weekend." There you go. Funk Congress said, "My man wearing the high visibility gear every day he works. Tomorrow he'll have on orange." But yeah, no, I wear the vest. He wears the whole shirt. Hugh said, my back said nope. Lotus said, "Timu Randy just off screen / Justin." Yep. Or Slavender per Nickel Pony. Carlos said, "Sup, Hugh?" Dynamite Dan said, "God bless America. Hope all is well." God bless you as well, Dynamite Dan. All is well here. Hope you are doing well as well. Lotus said, "He's sleeping too." If we get 50 likes, I'll drop something on his nads.
You gonna leave me alone?
Careful.
Hugh said, "Hello, Funk." Kevin sent 3 location emojis.
Put your mouth on that sugar. Exhaust.
Hugh said, "Hello, Carlo." Lucy said, "Timu version." Well, it's kind of weird. He sent me a Snapchat and he had combed his hair like I do, and he looked a lot like me, except not me. I'm like, "You look a lot better than the next one." He was looking like a damn hobo again. Jane said, "Justin needs a haircut." Lol. I told him I'd pay for his haircut. He won't go. He won't go to the barber with me.
Carmen told me I can get. She'll allow me to get a buzz cut out.
She would allow you.
She was in
Ah.
She was in there earlier.
Carmen?
She came in here. She was like the second one in here.
John Deere's laughing.
What she said?
Hey,
Hugh said, "Hello, Kevin." Maria said, "Why?"
She a dirty hand.
He is wearing glasses while he's sleeping.
so I can see my future.
He's got to see his dreams, Maria. Hugh said, "Hello, John Deere." John Deere said,
I'm
"Hello,
ready to start
Grand
reading
Bit."
whenever he is, so I'm just resting.
Maria said, "To see clearly in his dreams?" Yes.
I can see clearly now. The
Daryl-
rain is gone.
Daryl said, "It's Thursday," with like 7 question marks. Yes, Daryl. It's
You know
Thursday.
what that means? I get to sleep in tomorrow.
No! You can't sleep in tomorrow.
Come on, babe.
You got to fix Vivo's tire and you got to take tires to dump.
I'll be
I'm
here.
just gonna tell you right now, I do want you here pretty early, kind of, sort of, little.
I'll be
This
here in the
will be
morning.
16 degrees tomorrow. So, I don't know what time he's getting off. If I don't get the tire fixed, we don't take it. I need to get on the trailer, but
We need the trailer empty.
I'm not getting out there at 16 degrees. I'm sorry, the damn thing should stay in the trailer.
Hugh said, "Nah, she isn't going in unless she pops off. Don't want to pull it because a tight thrust bearing or something stupid." I understand that. Maria said, "I had an insane dream last night." Well, what was it? Don't leave me on a cliffhanger. Jane said, "LOL, Daryl, you're getting your days mixed up. When you work as much as that man, you get them mixed up." Lucy said, "What anime is Squidward watching?" Well, he stopped watching it, but it was Haiku.
Nope.
IQ.
There you
IQ.
I don't even know what
On
the hell it
Crunchyroll.
is, and I got it.
It's
I got a high enough IQ to know he said IQ.
It's about volleyball. Lotus said, "Was it Randy came to visit you, Maria?" that'd be an insane dream.
She said, not a nightmare.
Kevin said quarter pounder. Hugh said, "Me too. I had a dream. I had to work this morning. Then I woke up to the alarm and it became a nightmare." He was rolling on the floor laughing his F&A off. Jane said, "Geez, she will allow you? Oh man." Yeah, Jane, that's what I'm saying.
go.
Hey, listen, y'all two need to shut up.
John Deere's laughing. Maria said, Lotus, it's insane. Dream, I'm not telling you. Uh-oh. Carlos said, lol, Hugh. Daryl said, Jane, been working 12 to 14 hour days since Saturday. Jane said, tires. Yes. Lotus said, oh, tell us. Kevin said, I saw a van yesterday with the name John Deere on it. Jane said, I know, Daryl, not good. Robert, the Richburger. What's up, buddy? What's up, Robert? Oh, I remember you. Got your sunglasses on. Hugh said they are laying brine here. Supposed to snow this weekend. Nope. You keep it. You can't spell snow without no.
Somebody said we're supposed to get some Sunday.
Jane said, Robert, did you pick up Pops or did Pops pick you up this morning? She don't forget nothing. Hugh said, hello, Robert. Gator said it's going to be in the 30s here tonight. I know it ain't much to y'all, but dang cold for me. It's damn cold, Gator. It's supposed to be like 17, 18 degrees tonight.
16.
8, 9.
16, 17.
Hugh said, hello, Gator. Jane said, hey, Gator. Maria said, yeah, it's not a nightmare. Carlos said, salt water, Hugh? Yeah, that's what brine is. It's salt water, sometimes just pure salt. Daryl said, Gator, send me iguanas tomorrow. Lucy said, has he watched Attack on Titan?
Not all of them.
I liked that show. I like Solo Leveling. That is Lucy's favorite, her brother's favorite anime is Attack on Titan.
It's good. I just haven't finished it.
It's pretty good. Gator said, hey, everybody. Hugh said, salt and sand, Carlo.
Hello, Gator.
Jane said, Gator, how are you doing today, buddy? Gator said, I'll be all right. It's been a tough week. I understand that. And then said, thanks for asking. No problem, Gator. We're here for you, buddy. Hugh said, salt, sand, and water. They don't use pure salt here to stretch it out. I got you. I could have swore they did here, but it could be wrong. John Deere said 16 tonight. Cold outside. Yes, it is. Baby could say it's cold outside. Hugh said, okay, Hugh. Maria said, since Randy disco dream, I can barely sleep. Hugh said, 22 here tonight. Lucy said, I'm so happy one day I just randomly scrolled into this channel. Well, I am glad you made it here, Lucy. You're welcome anytime.
Break my glasses.
Gator said 30 knots of wind here today. I don't know what mile per hour that is, but
Light's still on.
yep. I don't know what mile an hour 30 knots is, but it felt like it was here too. Whenever I'm driving the Toyota, that little beer can gets
knots
pushed.
equals miles an hour, don't it? 30 knots is 30 miles an hour.
I don't know. One Life Man said, yo, what's up, One Life Man? Still on that One Life?
To live.
Yep. Daryl said no political. Yes, please, no political.
25 people, 43 thumbs up.
Do you want to read?
I will.
Okay. We're at Hugh.
Right where Eric got deleted.
For what?
Right below where Eric got deleted.
Hugh said, yes, it was crazy windy here today. The wind dropped right along with it. I think it's the temperature did. But, One Life said, who is that, your brother? Yes, I'm the daddy, then those are my kids. Hugh said the temperature, that's what I thought. John Deere laughing, and Lucy said, sending love, Gator, it will get better. James said, Adam said they had 8 to 10 inches of snow and still coming down.
You know.
Carlos said, it's not fake outside here, it's freaking hot, like my freshly laid poo. Kevin said, fight your brother, no.
I'm not allowed to fight.
Hugh said, wow, that's a lot of snow. Mike said, hi, Gator, and Hugh, waving. James said, lol, Dorothy, Lucy, yep. Hugh said, what? That's what my Kia was doing coming home. Haha. Maria said, my favorite anime was Full Metal.
Alchemist.
Yep, that's
I
what.
couldn't get into it.
You said, hello, Mike, and nap time switch. That's right. Gator said, us boat guys use knots sometimes, lol. My wife hates it. 30 knots is about 34 miles an hour, so I was a little off.
Time for never done
Whoa,
projects after
what in the world? Let's see,
Guess who's about to show up in your
let's
house?
see, Dang, that screwed me up. Lucy said, it's going to be 39 degrees where I live. Daryl said, Mike. Buggy said, John Deere said, hit the like button, guys, please. You said, hello, Buggy. One Life says, hey, Dad, did you eat vegetables today? Nope.
Damn, he ate lettuce.
Hey, I did. I ate lettuce, black olives, cucumbers. Yeah, I sure did. Lucy said it's 71 right now. Rub it in, Lucy.
That California must be
I
nice.
wish it was 71 here.
I bet
Carlos
it's still,
said,
I bet it's still daylight over there.
Carlos says, my papa says hi, y'all. Hello, Carlos, papa.
Hello.
Gator says hi, Mike. Jane said, Lucy, I thought you said it's hot there. Lotus says, going to run. Have a great night, everyone. See you, Lotus. Thank you for stopping in.
Well, I guess Chubby's going for a root seal, Lotus. Thank
You
for
said, tell him hi, Carlo. Lotus said, full nap mode over there. See, you said, Halloween all over. John Deere said, lights out. You says, have an awesome one, Lotus. Jane said, take care, Lotus. Jane says, hi, Carlos Pops. Buggy says, yo ho, you. Carlos said, what's up, Gator? Maria says, no, I don't believe you. Gator says, hella BBT. John Deere says, boo boo. Lucy says, it was hot a while ago in California, but I also have a little fever right now, so I'm extra hot. Mike says, hello, Daryl. Hughes says, I had all the good food. I had all the food groups today. Big bag of mini Reese's cup. There you go. Hugh says, unwrapped. Jane says, oh, Lucy, don't get sick. One Life says,
David wants to know who you are.
you like low rider cars. I don't like the lower a car, and I definitely don't like the bouncy ones, and I don't like the wire wheels.
My jalapeno peppers.
Daddy.
Get away, fat ass.
Jane says, "Oh, you." David said, "Who's the new guy tucked away?" That's my youngest son.
This is Timu Randy Slavender, aka Justin.
I'm not a new
Fox
guy.
Rider says, "Have either of you ever?" Maria says, "When
Yes.
are you going to have orange hair?"
As soon as we see your face.
Gator says, "Hey Vic, under
I'll dye my hair orange.
Carmen won't let you.
under what is that? Underrated YouTuber. Can you share your thoughts on large booty Latina unk? I like big butts and I cannot
Hell
lie.
yeah!
They ain't got to be Latinas. The big old butts look good." You said it's got milk and nuts and sugar and all the good stuff. Maria says, "Little Randy, do you have photo when you were at Justin's
Do
age?"
you remember that photo I showed you on the tube with me, Justin, and Steven? That was me at Justin's age.
Lotus says,
Look like a child.
I know, I hope my
At
sickness
19?
doesn't get
No.
worse. I don't want to miss my
I had a
rehearsals.
A little peewee little slut.
No.
One Life says you got a lot of kids, very busy man. Just 3. John Deere says,
Stupid ones. though.
were mine grand Vic joking. Hugh says, "Lord John Deere." Maria says, "I'm a lion. We can't just show our faces." Chicken shit. Gator says,
Here's 2016.
"We didn't have
Yeah,
cams
you look like
then."
a child with like monkey ears.
What did I miss on Gator?
I do not know.
Something.
I'm not on the chat. I'm finding a picture of me 10 years ago.
Well, if y'all wouldn't be talking so much, y'all could kind of help me understand what I'm reading. See, John Deere's laughing. Maria says, just 3.
That's 9 years ago.
Hugh said he was busy. Now they are here.
You look like a little hoe.
Carlos says, Alien Maria.
Look, that's me 9 years ago. Let's see if it'll focus. Focus.
7 years later.
Yep, that's me 9 years ago on the Skidoo. And then, hold on, I got a picture of 10 years ago on the kneeboard. Come focus. Yeah, there we go.
Oh my God.
Let's see, let's see, One Life says, me too. I got 3 kids, but they are very young. Jane said, alien, lol.
Here's what I just found.
Oh, Lord.
You got, hold on, I got you.
You gotta show that.
Oh me, oh my. I was scrolling through memory, seeing if I could find a picture of me on this Sea-Doo. Alright, now we gotta wait patiently. Let it get out everywhere.
Jane said young and skinny. Yeah, now I'm just fat and old.
Let's see,
I feel like I was a lot more
Jane
muscular.
said, alien, lol. Carlos said, alien. Maria said, alien.
Good lord.
Gator said, in the 80s, we didn't have cameras. Kind of true. Oh. Jane said cameras. Gator was talking about we didn't have cameras.
I got a picture of when you were getting in.
Oh, okay. Maria said, cool. One Life said, cool. Hugh said,
See you,
we
Sandy,
had,
Lucy.
Hugh said we had Polaroids. Jane said, yo, young and skinny. Jane said, mullet. Lucy, I sadly have to go for good now. Bye, SpongeBob, Patrick, and Squidward. Before I do go, though, I feel like I need a funny SpongeBob nickname.
Sandy,
Sandy,
or Mrs. Puff.
thank you for stopping in,
Pearl.
Lucy. Be safe. Thank you. Jane said, I have a pic of me young and skinny 100 years ago.
That was
One
Andrew,
Life said,
wasn't it?
One Life said, what's the most amazing thing?
Life.
Jane said, take care, Lucy. Daryl said, 43 minutes tonight, y'all.
Oh, I have a picture.
7:30, we have 43 likes.
That was in 2021.
27 and Denton tonight.
And let's see, Lucy said, yes. Huh? Right now?
27 right now.
I'll be lucky if the water ain't froze.
Especially with that wind.
Let's see, take care, 43 minutes tonight. Lucy said, yes, I'll be Sandy. Haha. Carlos said, what's up, Daryl? Gator said, I have like one picture of me in the 80s. Lucy said, okay, bye. 3 red hearts. Thank you, Lucy. Have a good one. You said, I have pics when I was still built big and had hair down to the bottom of my shoulder blades. You said, I just got froze phone.
Froze phone.
Makes
Oh,
sense.
we're back. I went to show a picture of Justin and it froze.
What can I say? You can't handle it.
Well, look, here's Justin 9 years ago. Maybe it focused. Yep.
Wait, hold on. I can find a picture of me a few months ago.
Well, I got a picture.
Hey,
of
you
Daryl.
had to take a goofy picture trying to make him look bad.
I don't care.
I don't have to make him look bad. He does that himself.
You know what I
Let's
say?
see, Daryl said, Big Jane says, it can be Sandy, Dorothy, Lucy. One Life says, what?
That's me and Madison 7 years ago.
One Life said, what food do you want to eat right now? I'd like to have a steak right now.
Lord. I got
Uh,
a picture of me taking a
Chris
film
says,
something
if I
down.
show you my pic 10 years ago, I was a little kid. Gator said,
You would be
lost
nine.
connection. Jane said, oh my God, lol. Gator said, lol. One Life said, lol. Carlos said, y'all all know the second best looking guy in here apart from Pops. Gator says, lol. John says, I was never young.
See, look.
Hugh said, you know of
See that?
us
That's why I need
or
to go back to the
donkey.
gym right there. See that?
You know of us or donkey when we were in our 2 digits.
See, look at the difference here, Dave. See that? That was me.
You know the difference?
You
I
might-
still
you
look
might
like
be
that
done.
when I flex. I'm
No.
just fat now.
Doubtful. See, look, I'll show it. I gained a little bit of a belly now. That's a little annoying.
You know why? Because you talk crap to us.
Oh, you darn right. Yeah, I need
I
to go
talk
back
crap
to the.
about
I gotta go back to the
millionaires.
gym.
I talk crap about millionaires. I still ain't a millionaire.
You know, you'll get it sooner or later. He'll probably focus sometime.
Justin trying to show a thirst trap.
What can I say? I
Hugh
gotta
says,
show off, I guess not
hello,
be fat.
John. Daryl said, steak, let's go. Yes, sir, let's go. Hugh says, dorky dang phone. Now I got you. Buggy said, wow, look at Randy. That's a handsome looking man right there.
Well, thank you.
You might want to get a Y membership.
I paid for it for 4 years and you went twice.
You know, that was back when I was fat
Do,
too.
do they still have the Wii?
Yeah,
The
No.
Wii, like you put on the TV and got the Wii board?
we got a Wii board. I just don't know where the Wii U is.
Do you want to know why he's asking?
Yeah, you want to use it, don't
Well, if we do it like this, where we're talking about 15 minutes on the True, 15 minutes on the Wii, me and him could alternate. If you want to be part of it, we could do 15,
you? I like
15.
doing
and then-
weightlifting though.
Well, you
One-
need functionality muscles. You need to get your ass here and do some real work.
Weightlifting's what lost me all that
I don't
weight.
know if y'all know or not, but we're on live here.
Wait, for real?
One live said, no offense, but I think Dad is a chick magnet. You said,
Sounds out loud.
there's weed everywhere. Carlos said, I'm having French toast with Chipotle seasoning for breakfast. Maria says, you all have photos at the same age. What about putting AI this photos together and maybe post it somewhere?
Nah.
Maria
Well-
said, what did you say? What did who say?
I don't know.
Maria said, you
One
said
Life
something
said-
chickens. No, I read One Life's comment.
He said, no offense, but I think the dad is a chick magnet. Now, if you're talking about me, I'm a dad. You know, I'm really good at picking up chicks.
Chick,
They- they- And then the mom gets mad at me and starts pecking me.
Aren't you guys glad I'm not part of this conversation?
Yeah.
Cooey.
I mean, at this point, I'm still trying to figure out whenever Carmen's going to dump the old sorry butt. Yeah.
You said
He's
chick
laughing,
magnet
probably.
is a ladies' man. Look, Maria says, okay, stop talking about chickens. Is that what you wanted, music, when I got caught up?
Mhm.
You said, chick is young ladies here.
Where's the big fat sharpie? Where's the big sharpie?
I don't know, but you're not gonna do what I think you're gonna do. Just leave it alone.
What?
Let's
What
see,
you gonna
you
do?
said, Carlos got rooster, chicken leg, bitty, chicken and egg, and rooster.
Hey, yo, I found it.
19 people, 45 thumbs up.
I will, Bob.
What's that, Rotella?
Sheila.
Rotella, what is that Daryl just said? Is that Rotella or, no, that's a piece of cake.
What?
Yeah.
Man. Woo, doggy, that looks good. I see the chat moving. Let me get back. Big boy says, Sheila. Maria says, duck, 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 goose.
Pretty sure those are all geese.
Look like a damn duck to me.
Don't matter. to
You
me.
said Sheila Oda. One Life
Oi.
says, catch you guys later. You guys are very cool. Thank you, One Life. Appreciate it. Let's see. Hugh said, later one. Daryl says, are all y'all chickens or y'all what? Smash that like button.
Peck that like button for me.
Yes. Touch my likey thingy, please. 20 people in here, 45 thumbs up. Oh my God, I wonder why we can't get no likes. Let's see, Craig says, Randy, do you own any shirts that are not neon?
But look, the shirt underneath the short sleeves brown.
Maria says, I'll get you a sheep head on breakfast someday.
No. I will have to show you that the video she sent me is a traditional Iraqi dish that's usually for like celebratory stuff like weddings. It's a whole ass sheep's head.
Oh, hell no.
That's
No,
kind of what I said.
no.
She asked if I would eat it for $100. I said, look,
You
no.
couldn't give me $1,000.
I
No.
said, yeah.
Hugh says, hello, Craig.
Yeah, cow's done though.
Daryl says, Craig. And Craig says, hey, Hugh. Gator says, I love my train set as a kid. Kind of wished I still had it.
Gator, I would love to have it, like, there's holes everywhere in these walls. I'd love to have a train just riding through
all over the building and be able to go live and put the phone up there and just let it drive around for a couple hours.
Craig said, that thing running yet, Hugh. Hugh said, I love my train set when I was young. And Maria says, lol.
Lol.
Hugh said, yes. Maria's laughing. Craig says, Daryl. Hugh said, no. Gator says, it ain't expensive. I say do it.
Well, I just made an order. It's supposed to be delivered tomorrow by FedEx. It's coming from Ohio. I'm gonna.
Is
bet-
it James Pickles?
No. It's 15 inches. And there's 4 of them.
Good Lord.
No. Let's see.
Nasty
Hugh
boy.
said, I got the new harness, put it on, was going to wire it tonight and pull my back at work, Rode. Maria said, my dad and my grandpa eat it and they're so happy.
With full respect, your dad and grandpa can keep it.
Hugh said, today. Craig says, damn, you must be the Ford jinx.
Thanks. Down on the road.
Hugh
boy.
said, right. Roll on the floor, laugh my ass off. Daryl said that would be viral, or that would get viral. R3. There's a guy that has the whole yard done up like that, doing videos.
Cool.
What?
Train
The crane driver.
Oh yeah. John Deere said that's what she said. R3. Carlos said, "What's up, Craig?" Craig said, "I had to shovel a ton of snow today. My back is killing me now." Craig says, "Hey, big boys."
You know what my back hurts every day? Because
Jamaica.
I carry around this responsibility of being the best looking son.
Shoot. Mine hurts because I'm so awesome. That's what I got to carry around.
You know, my
Gator
back
said, I
always hurt.
seen it snow here in 1978 and in 2004. You said, dang, brother. We got 21 people, 48 thumbs up. We need 3 more at least to finish with 50 tonight. And you go, can telephone a friend?
Are you feeling lucky? Hey, Justin, you like?
Jane said, Craig, baby. Hugh says, I shoveled a bunch of shit today. Chip. I went to work and dealt with them. Buggy says, I'm not getting any more work done today. I'm too distracted.
That's me every day.
Craig said, Jane, baby. Hello, baby. How are you?
Dinosaur.
I am here just for you. Hugh said, supposedly it snowed in Fort Lauderdale in '76. I would remember I was born in '76.
That's why it snowed.
Jane said, someone asked me today if I was seeing anyone. I said, you mean like a therapist or?
Hallucinations.
Gator said, wife's friend girl wants me to play a vid game with her. Talk to y'all later. See you, Gator. Thank
Hey,
you.
Gator.
John Deere said, hit the like button, guys. You said, late, Gator. Boggy says, I had a lot of work done in a day. Today is just not the day.
Hey, there you go.
Craig said, someone is hitting on my Jane, baby. Hugh said, lol, Boggy. Maria says, get a new haircut, Randy.
No, I've had this haircut since like freshman year of high school and I ain't changing it.
Jane says, take care, Gator. Cole says, hey there. Hello, Cole. Hornby said, your best Family Guy character.
Quagmire.
Family Guy. Ain't that I like the guy in the wheelchair.
Joe Swanson.
Bark says, remember
You mean Randy?
that Malmer barbecue? Yeah, I remember. 23 people, 48 thumbs up. I need to get to 50. Y'all help me out. Let's see. John Deere said, Buttercups. Buttercups, nut butter cheeks. Foggy said, oh, some scary stuff also happened the other day. Maria said, Randy, are you sure you have eyebrows?
I think she's talking to you.
I was gonna say, I mean, I can't
they're
see them.
sticking out pretty far.
I had mine trimmed today.
Craig said, I wish my wife's friend wanted to play video games.
I wish my wife had friends so she'd leave me alone.
What y'all wanting to watch? The
Yeah, I'll be playing
Oculus video games.
We can go live from the Oculus. Y'all can watch what we're doing on the VR.
You hear just Randy in the background. Hello, Princess.
I have fun.
Boggy says, I get a spam call for my car and I changed to extended its warranty. Let's see, Maria, what did you do with electric chair? It's still down there. I'm thinking about taking it apart, making it a wheelbarrow car.
She wants me to
Would
draw
you
eyebrows for
quit
you.
now? Daggone it.
Good thing you don't got work tomorrow.
I do have work.
Let's see, Jane said, why try to reach 50? They'll just take it away. You're right, Jane. Hornby says, giddy. Let's see, Hugh says, roll on the floor laughing his ass off. Hugh said, well, hello, Horn. Maria says, draw and eyebrows.
I would do that with my boobies.
Carlos says, repetitive poo fake. Maria says, long ones. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys. I don't know why y'all like for me to look stupid. Jane said, I tried to use the VR, thought I was going to get sick. Yeah, I was dizzy. That's what happened to me, Jane. I wanted one, and they got it for me for Christmas, but I can't use it. It makes me sick.
You gotta get used to it.
Cole says, how are you guys doing? Well,
We get those 3 bays cleared with that Oculus. I bet that'd be a good video for the outside and through the live.
Boggy says,
the only time I won't get sick on the Oculus is if it's like realistic. If it's those like gamey, like cartoony crap, it makes me sick. I'm pretty sure that's why he got sick.
Boggy said, when I said that you might have a tight, she provided it to me.
You want me to read for the last 13 minutes?
Oh, about an extended warranty.
Okay. Sound like she fixed to take you for a ride. John Deere's laughing. R3.
I flashed.
Ali says, where
Did you ever go to prison?
No.
Yes.
No. Yeah, he's been, no.
He's been in there. But
Not prison.
Well, I took people into prison.
Jail or prison?
Yes.
all the above.
Buggy says, may I also
And
add
court.
my car hasn't had a warranty in years. John Deere said, hit the like button, guys, please. Cole says, getting ready to watch a movie. I wanted to tonight since both kids were here, but maybe it's cold out there.
What are we doing outside?
Let's see. Craig says, I was in prison once. I didn't like it, so I didn't go back. There you go. Mike said, did you hear about the U.S. citizen who was 6 months pregnant? She was in front of her doctor's office when an ice pulled out.
Yeah. It's.
Hornby said, your son should be nicer to you.
Yeah, Justin, respect your elders.
what they can do too.
John Deere said hit the like button, guys. Brett
Nice
says
and perfectly
they've
clean
been-
on their nursing home.
they've been in prison before, said Maria. Ella said, did you ever get a DUI? I don't drink, but no, I've not had a DUI.
Nope.
Never been drunk either. Maria says, have been. Steady says, good day. I'm doing my daily workout, listening, fun questions coming up.
All right.
All right, hit the like button, Steady. Steady stacking. Maria says, and they'll go to prison again if the police know about what they eat on Sunday breakfast.
Don't worry about it, Maria. Draw you that box to stay in.
Just because they're pigs and we eat bacon doesn't mean they're going to put us in jail.
You know, I told a cop one time, he come up, I said, I knew I smelled bacon. He said, I knew I smelled. I said, oh, you got jokes, you dang son of a gun.
A lady said, oh, yep, there you go. Thank you, Craig. Hornby says, I like you without eyebrow. Steady says, if you could meet any celebrity, dead or alive, who would it be? Like I said, I think somebody's asked that before. Probably, I don't really get starstruck, but probably Chip Foose. Greg says, ask more appropriate questions, please. John Deere said, hi. Maria said, okay, bye. I'm going to sleep.
Have a
See
good
you,
night,
Maria. Thank you for stopping in.
Try not to have those nightmares about the disco.
Sleep well.
Disco.
Jane said, take care, Maria. Ella says, did you ever go to the hose?
The hose?
Oh, show.
John said, Jewel, salute. Maria said, human needs eyebrows.
Does that mean you don't have eyebrows? No wonder you won't show your face.
21 people in here, 49 thumbs up.
I was trying to find the comment that got deleted and I can't find it. I wanted to see what they said.
Maria says, I'm afraid next time I'll be a pool party. It'll be a pool party. Alice said, Alice said, did you ever lose 50,000 in 5 minutes whenever you visit Vegas? I've never been to Vegas. And I wouldn't, there ain't no damn way I'd lose 50,000 because I don't have 50,000. Maria said, yes, aliens don't have eyebrows. I don't believe you. You're going to have to show me a picture. You got 5 minutes to quit that.
Hey, why are you stopping me then? What's happening?
Because it's kind of weird because you're a sub. 21 people, 49 thumbs up.
Jane said, I've lost $5 in Vegas. Too cheap to lose more.
I'm too broke to lose more than 5.
John Deere's laughing.
You idiot.
John Deere,
Almost
go
like
on the other
200
count
more
there and
minutes.
hit that like button for me. Daryl said, when I was a kid, you could brace my leg hair. You could braid my leg hair after the wreck. They cut them both knees open, my legs shine.
Did you have kids?
They so
rub your
smooth. I said, bro, you work day and night 7 days a week. I don't believe you're broke.
Do you see us working on customer stuff?
I'll take you a walk around. You'll see where my money's at.
Daryl's correcting himself to braid. We got you.
Yeah.
Maria said, I don't have to that, so you'll believe me. Okay. Hey, there's John Deere on American Eagle Outdoors.
I just
Thank
asked
you,
him
Jake.
to give me a like, so that's 50. There's 51, so that means we, unless they take them back again, we should close with 50 at least.
I'm only showing 50.
Let's see, I'm showing 51, but then again, Jane says, Daryl, don't your pants rub the hair off your legs? Hornby said, who likes
Eminem.
Eminem the Rapper? I don't see how in the world they get
Rapper.
Rapper.
Same difference.
No.
No.
I don't understand.
Well,
I don't
no
understand
wonder
how
it's
y'all
so
get
confusing.
M&M out of that. I eat M&M's and it's not like
that's
that.
a white boy.
The E is silent.
Then don't use it.
It's like the P. is
Ally
silent.
says, "Ooh, you a business owner. I thought you worked a job." My
See,
bad.
joke's on you. We do
We
both.
do. We got both.
We just still broke.
We both work full time for the railroad.
Well, he did for a little bit.
Let's see.
He's back at it now.
Craig says, I've had women tell me they would kill for my legs. I don't grow any hair. Daryl says, I don't
Yeah, some
have
people don't
hair
grow any hair on their legs or arms.
at all
Just get it.
because of the wreck. John Deere laughing, thank you.
Especially when you're in the game and you just see the crisscross after song.
I feel like I ought to go ahead and jump off when they start taking them back.
I feel like I'm questioning the sanity of my youngest brother.
What are you talking about? You should get on Arc Raiders and you'll understand.
At what point do I have this thing called a JOB?
You know what you also had today?
Did it work today?
Dirty whore. You know what
Yeah,
you
and I
did
come
today?
here.
What
It
did you
didn't do nothing.
I
but
tried
sit
to
in
go.
there.
I tried to. You did nothing. I put a computer in the car. I put a computer in the car. Thank you.
At 3 p.m. Nothing.
No, it took me like 2 hours to get that MF ran.
Suck me off, big boy.
Respect your elders, fat ass.
Jane said, "Lord, I was thinking that too, Pops.
Oops. What was you think?
That in order to go jump off before they take." Oh, Olivia said, "Hey nerds, I knew we got an extra like there." Jane said, waiting for them to take them back. I know, right?
Hey Olivia, how's schoolwork coming along?
Hello, Libya. How are you? Jane said, "Hey, Libya."
What did
Hornby said, "Everybody call your pops in the chair." That's nice.
Chair. That's a nice name.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everybody call your pops in the
Yeah,
chat.
everybody in the chat calls you pops.
Oh, yes. Jane said, "Olivia." Carlos said, "Hello, Olivia Bell."
You're gonna knock over his lunchbox.
Daryl said, "Ghostly."
What is it that
Jacob said, "Hi, Olivia."
Boggy's daughter called him? Laura called Olivia.
Why is it?
DV?
I don't know. Vivi, yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I said because she's a meanie.
Craig says, "I gotta go, guys. Have a good night." See you,
Hey,
Craig.
Craig.
Thanks for stopping in. Olivia said, "But hey, guys, how you doing, Olivia?" Lib lib.
Wait.
Jane said, "Hornby, 12 years older than him, and still call him pops."
TT, that's what they call it.
Oh, tip.
Jesus TT.
There's
There's two T's for
Olivia said, "TT."
You don't say titty like TTT. You say it with
Jane said, "Take care, Craig."
See it, Greg. Jesus Christ. You know, I'm worried about getting canceled, but have you seen the crap that people
I was
go
fixing to
live?
say, no more than said on this live. If we get canceled,
You go on what is it? TikTok Live. There's girls shaking their boobies everywhere.
well, that's
For research
They-
purposes.
they can't stop that.
Oh yeah, they can.
No, they can't.
Listen, all I'm saying is we fixed to get a lot of likes.
Hold on, guys. The lights and put your shirt back on, you dirty head.
Liv said, "What did you call me?"
Teddy. I said it again too.
A blue-footed booby.
Good. Oh, I need to watch the new Avatar. Good lord.
Where did you get the money to go
Blue
see the new
titty.
Avatar?
Jane
I haven't
said,
watched it yet.
"Titty, Olivia."
Where'd you get the money? I don't know. It's not here yet. I'll see soon.
Look, you just got $77.77 worth of gas.
Jacob said, "R3, laughing."
Next time you see me tomorrow, I'm gonna be out of gas again.
Olivia said, "Randy, put your shirt back on."
Only for 5 more likes.
5 more likes. How about a few more likes? So
Olivia said no.
See some blue boobs.
Jane said, "Olivia, she should call you Tanty. It's Spanish for ant."
That's what I said, Livia. TT.
Titty.
Oh! Hornby says, "Do your sons get on your nerves all the time?"
Hell yeah.
Well, no. I mean, for the most part, they're cutting and picking up. I mean, they do like to aggravate the pure snot out of me.
Oh,
They
man.
think it's funny, try to get on my very last nerve.
And then push them past.
Hugh said, "Hello,
I
Olivia."
heard Goku
Jacob
gets
said,
stronger by
"Laughing."
surpassing his limits.
Olivia
I
says,
tried to say
"And most
that.
Italians call their ants TT."
Titty? Why did they call their ants titty?
Daddy, come here.
I mean, I say that too, I
Yummy!
How's that go, meme go?
Come back, come back.
You know, I'm going to Elizabeth's tomorrow. I'm going to say, what do y'all call your aunts?
guess. We call them bunch of tits.
No, wrong one. Your aunt.
All right,
I'll take that
everybody.
too, but show me your ant now.
All right, everybody. We're going to get off here before somebody ends up saying something they shouldn't. Carlos says, bye, y'all. Take care. Have a good night. Safa is visiting today. John said, "God bless everyone." Hugh said, "Latinas also call their aunts titty."
Come back, come
Olivia
back.
said, "I swear, Justin, you say titty one more time, I'm going to clock you."
You can clock me after I meet your titty aunt.
Y'all have a good day, good night whenever you're watching this. And remember, keep it silly. Thank y'all.
Ah!
Dumbass.
TT.